Good morning, everybody. It's Professor Carlson, and I just wanted to welcome you to week 1 of EDU220 Early Literacy. And this video is just intended to walk you through our Canvas class to explain how the asynchronous module works. And then you can refer back to this video at any time if you have other questions. I will be posting a separate video that talks about our key assessment and some of the major assignments, but that one will focus mostly on the key assessment because that is our big project for this course. All right, so what you're seeing on the screen is what you should see when you log into Canvas. So you'll see the welcome and description at the bottom, and then of course your tools you can move around using those buttons. I will post announcements under the announcement section. You can see here I posted a welcome message yesterday, and then this is from last week, as well as the link directly to the textbook, but I will show you where else you can find that textbook throughout the rest of the course. The next tab is the syllabus tab. And you can see here that I have connected the syllabus. When you click that, it will ask you if you want to make a copy. And all you have to do is click make a copy. Maybe. It's thinking. There we go. Okay, so this is our course syllabus, and you can see right here, this is my cell phone number. Please text me before trying to call. That way I know to expect a call or that you have a question and you need some help. If you call me and I'm in a meeting or I'm doing something else and you want to leave a voicemail, please leave a voicemail, because if you don't, I don't know what you need, and I don't know if you need a call back or what's happening. So either text me, or if you call, please leave a voicemail, but know that I do hope that you'll just text me first. I want to bring your attention to this part. Our course is 7 weeks. The course ends on June 30th, but the course is asynchronous and therefore has no required meeting times. So as we get back into Canvas, you'll see that I have due dates set for everything. And you'll need then to just follow those due dates. They should also pop up in your to-do list. Okay, so that's that. Then you can read through our program learning outcomes and the course learning outcomes. Here under textbooks, you'll see that you need a couple of things. First is this ebook, where if you click this link here, it will take you directly to the ebook, and all of the chapters are available. You can download it as a PDF, or you can read it directly from this site. This link will also take you to the Early Childhood Education Standards for Pennsylvania. We will be focusing on pre-K to 2nd grade because this is a pre-K to 4th grade methods class. So we'll be using the standards just from those 4 grades. And then we'll also be referring to the DAP book. That's the Developmentally Appropriate Practice in Early Childhood Programs. If you don't yet have a copy of this blue book, which is the new 4th edition, please let me know. We do have some available in the library and at a couple of sites around the city. So if you're needing that, let me know and we'll find a way to get it to you. Under our criteria and methods of evaluation, you'll see that each week we'll have activities and or exercises. There will be a discussion each week. You will submit a copy of your lesson plan final draft. You'll do this as a rough draft early on in the semester, but then also a final draft at the end. The key assessment is our big assignment, and again, I'll be posting a separate video that goes over just that key assessment. You'll have a field trip report, a literacy project, a classroom resource project, assignments on advocacy, and then finally a professional behavior rating. And most of you are current Harcum students, so you know you've done this professional behavior rating before. You don't have to submit anything for that. I will evaluate you that way, but we want to put it on here so you know that that's 25 points. So then we come to our course outline. This is subject to change, but I will always alert you if there is a change so that you can update your copy of the syllabus, or again, you can just click the link and view it that way. So under week 1, and all of these things are aligned in our module week 1. So if you go there, you'll see all of these things happening. So there's the introduction to the course, which is essentially this video that I want you to watch. We're going to talk about developmentally appropriate practice and literacy, what the PA early learning standards say. But then we also need to talk about what literacy actually is, what emergent literacy is, and then how all of that connects to our NAEYC Standard 5. So as you know, we are a NAEYC accredited program, which means that we need to measure our effectiveness of teaching you what you need to know. In order to do that, we have several key assessments built into classes, and EDU220 is one of those classes. As you saw back up here, Key Assessment 1, this is why we do the key assessments, because we have to report our data to NAEYC. So in this column, you'll see the things that you have to complete this week will align with your to-do list in Canvas. And then anything big that's due, any of these major assignments will be listed in the right-hand column of the syllabus. So you'll see advocacy, classroom resource project, field trip report, rough draft of the lesson plan, literacy project, and then finally the key assessment due at the end of the term. I did want to point out week 7, because our course ends on June 30th, all of your assignments will be due on Friday, June 30th. And I'll keep sending reminders about this, but you might want to make a note on your calendar. And then following our course schedule are all of the policies for HRCM itself. So if you need accommodations, please let me know that, and please connect with our coordinator of disability. I can't give you accommodations without talking to him or to Robin. You can read through all of the rest of these. It's all basically the same as other classes. The late assignment policy is very clear. So please read through that and let me know if you have any questions. Of course, the Student Success Center is also available to you. You can have Zoom appointments. You could go in person if you wanted to, but they are also available via email. And if you want to connect with them directly, in our Canvas class on the left-hand side, you will see Student Success Center, and you can just click that and go right there. So back under the syllabus, you can also find our textbook here, as well as my email address. You might notice under the course summary that some of the due dates don't look right, and that's because those are assignments that have not been assigned to you, but that are in the class. They may be assigned to you at some point, so if you see dates that say 21 or 22, don't worry about it. Everything for that particular week will have the due dates that they are due, okay? Again, if you have questions about any of this, please don't hesitate to text me or email me. So next we go to modules, and here you can see there is a course overview, but I've also put some information about me under about your instructor, just in case you wanted some more of that. And again, the textbook is listed here. So how this course is laid out is under week 1, there will be an introduction. You can see that text header said start here. So always start there. The week 1 introduction tells you what you need to complete and by when, and then also has our objectives for each week. So at the end of this week, you should be able to do all of these things. And you'll see here it says Zoom meeting, and that's because I'm going to create and send out an optional Zoom meeting for you to attend if you want, where you can ask me any questions. Excuse me. Okay, so that's the week 1 introduction, and each week we'll have that. The first thing that you need to do for this week is to join Flip. You'll see here is the join code. If you go to Flip, you can do that. Here are some video directions for getting started. And then once you've joined the course, go right to the week 1 discussion to complete, but you will need to read chapter 1 of the Shull text in order to complete that video. So Flip is really awesome because it's discussions, but you are submitting videos. And I do have pretty clear directions about the week 1 discussion that we will get to. Okay, so after you've joined Flip, you want to come to here directions for the weekly discussions. And every week there will be some kind of discussion post. I will post the prompt and then you'll just follow the directions to respond. Sometimes it's using a flip video, sometimes it's written word. It just depends on the week. So for your initial discussion response, that's due by Wednesday of each week at 11:59 p.m. In your response, you must answer each question from the prompt, and your video should be 1.5 to 2 minutes in length. If there's a written response, your response must be between 150 and 200 words. And then, in addition to your initial response between Thursday and Sunday, respond to at least 2 of your classmates. So your classmates will all post initial discussions, and then you need to go in and respond. And simply saying, I agree with you, you're so right. You really need to explain why you agree or why you disagree, and then you can use your own examples. You can talk about the text and what the text says. You could talk about other readings that are assigned in the course, things like that. But note that to earn the most points possible, you'll need to do more than meet the expectations. So you'll see in the discussion rubric, there are 4 categories: exceeds expectations, meets expectations, approaching expectations, and then does not meet. Most of you will be in that meets category. Okay, if you want to move into the exceeds expectations, make sure that you're reading the exceeds expectations category and then doing everything there in order to get those points. Okay, so those are the directions for the weekly discussions. Once you have read the syllabus, you need to come in here and complete the syllabus contract. It's marked as a quiz and is worth 5 points. There are a couple of questions that pertain to the course syllabus itself. Essentially, I am making sure that you have read the syllabus, you understand it, and also that if something's in the syllabus and later on you say, oh, I didn't know, or I have changed the syllabus, you can say, well, I was unaware, right? This is a contract between the two of us. You've read it. I plan to follow it. Then how the modules work is I've broken them up into subtopics. So as I mentioned on the course syllabus and schedule, it says what is literacy, what's emergent literacy. And so here, this is the text heading. So you start here and you'll first start in the read and watch, and I'll tell you what I need you to read. And I've also listed some discussion questions, not necessarily discussion questions, but things to think about as you're reading. Then I will also post videos or a video, as is in the case here. This is a required watch video, so make sure that you take a look at that. But then in the next box, you'll see if you have time, watch this. So what I did was I found any videos that I like for myself or I think would be good for you, but maybe we don't necessarily have time to watch them that week. Consider them like extended learning. Okay, so if you have time, watch this video. This one's about an hour, and generally the extended resources are about an hour, but they're really good for you to watch and then maybe use later on in your key assessment or in your literacy project. So they're there if you have a little bit of extra time in the week. And I'm hoping that you do because you only have one class. Okay, so back to modules. Then after whatever topic for the read and watch, there will be some sort of assessment. In this case, it's just a week 1 check-in. After you've read the material, I want you to come here, answer the questions. There are 5 questions. Just answer them. They're a combination of multiple choice. There's one fill in the blank, I think. But if you've read the material and watched the video, then you should be good to go for the week 1 check-in. The next subtopic is developmentally appropriate practice, NACE, and early literacy. And again, if you click the read and watch, I have links here that I want you to review, and they are not very long. For example, if you look at the position statement for NACE, you can see that it's just a paragraph. There isn't anything long and wild that you need to really, really, really spend an entire, nothing. It shouldn't take you any more than maybe 10 minutes for each of these links, except for this one, which is all of the NACE standards. When you click this, it will open up to the entire packet, and you can see up here 72 pages. I do not want you to read all 72 pages. Instead, I want you to go to where it says in the document that it's page 23